Yeah, you can start. So,
Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to the Design Nuances Edu series. This is basically a series by DQ Labs where we interact with different colleges and specific faculties from those colleges, and they introduce to us a topic that is new and that explores a different nuance of design itself. So, we will be with an expert today from UID College. And with us today, we have Professor Sandipan Bhattacharjee. He is from UID School of Design, and his topic today will be AI in design. So, Sandipan sir did his master's in multimedia communication and design, and he currently works in Ahmedabad for UID. And he's worked before as a service designer and as a user experience researcher. And he is known for creative ideas, concept design, design research, augmented reality. And something that's coming up recently is AI, and he is a professor who's experienced in that field as well. So he is someone who believes in bridging the distance between education and the industry and using education as a tool to prepare people for the industry instead of having it removed from each other. So he also believes in making user-centric designs, and he is famous in the design field, and he stands out quite a lot for always pushing boundaries and creating something new and always creating an idea that no one would have considered before. So, a little bit about the school. Today we have United World Institute of Design, or UID for short. It's a college in Ahmedabad, and we will be having a short presentation on the college and the information towards the end of our talk today. So, if you would like information on the school, you can access it through the link that's shared on the screen. It's available on DQ Edge, which is the um, website and platform for DQ Labs. So, we'll start off with the talk. Good morning, sir.
Morning, very good morning. Thank you, Sarah and the Collabs for the introduction. As you have known, uh, myself, Sandipan Bhattacharjee. So I am a design researcher and assistant professor at UIT. So today, as I speak about AI in design, I would like to start with a personal story. So some years back, when I used to do service design, which involved a lot of brainstorming, creative processes, lateral thinking, and coming up with the ideation process. So I used to always think, what are the tools for design thinkers? As in for designers, there are a lot of tools that they get help from, that assist them to create their designs. So what are the tools for design thinkers or design strategists? So now in this new era, this question has been answered. It's AI. AI has become such an integral part of a production process that now people opt for AI solutions to come up with their designs more rapidly, and even the efficiency of that has been increased. And in the new age, we all hear about AI being implemented in several aspects of as of the design society itself. But this AI itself is considered as a boon or a boon together. So today we dive into it and see what are the aspects that AI has to offer, both positive and negative. Obviously, we'll start off by the positive and what youngsters need to have a mindset to collab with AI and then coexist with AI and work with AI. So, first of all, I'd just like to start off with a presentation, small presentation that I have on it. Let me just share the screen of it. Can you please confirm that is it visible?
So, there's a gray border in your presentation. Maybe if you would do it in slideshow, it would get removed. Just try.
Is it?
No, it's
It's
there.
not.
But I think we can go
Still.
on. It should be okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, as the topic says, AI in design, unlocking creativity with artificial intelligence. So, we are basically going to talk about what artificial intelligence is to designers and what are its multi-level elements that actually help in creating more efficient designs. So, if we talk about AI, types of AI in design, there are various kind of AIs that are available at designers' disposal for generative AI or for coming up with images or coming up with texts or coming up with music as of such now. So AI actually brings about all the data that are available over the internet and presents a feasible idea to the designers. It is done through machine learning, neural networks, and all the GANs that are available there. So different AI models are trained on different aspects of technology, of this leveraging this technology, and they offer different different levels of solving the problem. AI as artificial intelligence stands out to be one of the pillars that designers now can hold on to just fasten their process. So as I speak about machine learning, it is about teaching the computers how to design. So ultimately, it's the human that is intervening with the computers to make their workflow more feasible and more streamlined. So first of all, we have pattern recognition. It is a machine learning algorithm that can identify patterns in a data. So in design, we always talk about data drawn from the users. Again, this design itself is done for the users. It is always user-centric. So once we dive into their perspectives, their needs for a particular solution, it might become very diverse for a designer to just to identify the pattern of it, where the design intervention should work. So for that, AI can assist us greatly. We can see the patterns in different demographics of the users, and then we can draw insights from it. Same as data analysis. Analysis in term of design here means like what do you draw from? What are your insights coming from, and where are they coming from? So analyzing data with AI has become very easy now these days because again it works on the neural networks, and it at a time it can analyze a vast amount of data and can draw parallel outlines from it. As well as another aspect of AI in design is the creative assistance. So initially, for any kind of design, the ideas have to be brainstormed, and usually this process takes a bit of time because you have to sit together and collab with other designers or other participants
So,
of your group. Yeah.
Sandipan sir, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt. Sir,
Yes.
your slide is not visible. So, if you can send me the slide, so it would be great.
Oh, okay. It's not visible.
Yeah. You send me the slide. I'll share it with DQ Labs.
Okay. Should I stop it and then share that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, while we get this corrected, I think there's a gray box that's showing up at the bottom of the screen, and some of the text is not available. So what we'll do is we will sort, we'll get the slide deck from Professor, and maybe Sarah could present the slide deck while Professor speaks. In the meantime, if you all would like to get a little more information about the school, we've pinned a message on the chat, on the YouTube chat, so you could click on that message, and you'll reach the listing of UID on the DQ Edge page. And we also have, for those of you who are considering applying to UID, you all could click, the application link has been posted there as well. It's also the description of this email, so of this webinar. So if you'll get into the description, you'll find it there. Yeah. Yeah. So while Professor gets this deck across, yeah.
Yeah, it is done. I have
Okay.
shared the presentation.
All right.
Just waiting
So,
for it to.
so maybe you could continue, because it may take time for Sanchit to get.
Yeah.
So you continue, and then in between we will, once Sarah's ready, I will stop your presentation and we'll get Sarah to present. Okay, but you can continue for now.
Sure, I'll do that. So yeah, as I was speaking about it, so I guess I was in creative assistance. Yes. So AI actually comes up with suggestions for this initial brainstorming process, where this routes can be taken by designers to move forward with the project. So initially, this process involves a lot of creative thinking, a lot of time to come up with this kind of solutions. So actually, AI speeds up this process. Apart from it, it enhances the decision-making process of a team or a designer working on a project by analyzing user data and feedback. So as I have said already, it helps to analyze data. So from it, it can also help in decision making, and it assists the designers to make some data-driven decisions to optimize user experience. AI also ensures efficient workflow, because since everything is sorted according to the flow of the project that should go on, AI becomes as a regulator of it. Again, I would come to enhanced creativity, where AI systems trained on different levels can assist on different mediums of the design process itself. So many students come to me and they have concerns like, will we become obsolete? Will our work become obsolete? Because obviously, one who's starting to design, learning to start to design, and the AI itself, both the output produced by both of them are quite different. And there are concerns in students' minds that will our work be obsolete or not liked, or will we be relevant ever? But as we should see AI as a tool that assists us in design. There is one very important aspect of empathy. So design cannot happen without empathy. And at this moment, AIs are not able to come up with empathy unless we take a leap 20 years, 30 years from now. Then it might be introduced. But at this moment, AIs are not able to come up with empathy. So a human factor will always be necessary to come up with human-centric designs. to address the actual needs of the users. So designers will always be relevant, but their jobs might be replaced by designers who know how to use AI. So simply being a designer, having the aesthetic sense or the creative process might not work in this new era. The AI's assistance and to be able to work with AI is the key to this new era. We talk about automation in AI, and also we talk about automation in design. So there is a very interesting intersection between AI and design in terms of automation. So again, when we talk about automation of a project, it is the design generation of the project, proper optimization of the entire layout of the project, and also coming up with the prototyping and iteration of the project. So be it a service, be it a product, be it something visual, these three aspects remain constant in a design project or a design intervention as of such. So AI can slip into all these parts of the design process and can come up with better results. Like design concepts, AI algorithms can come up with design concepts too, reducing the time and effort required for initialization. For optimization, AI tools can actually suggest optimal compositions and layouts, speeding up the design process and enhancing the aesthetics of it. In prototyping and iteration, AI technologies can rapidly generate and iterate design prototypes, enabling designers to explore multiple concepts quickly at the same time, and they can come up with the pros and cons at the same time. Of course, the feasibility testing has to be done later, but it can actually help in speeding the process. As of now, the possibilities for AI in design is limitless. As in innovation is concerned, solution, the inspiration, creativity, and vision can be all backed by this artificial intelligence. One getting stuck at a position where the creative juices aren't flowing, AI can intervene and provide with much more holistic solutions that a designer can go on. So it helps in the innovation section a lot when a designer hits a creative wall. So in that part, AI can be used as a tool. AI can also be used as a collaboration tool. So by fostering collaboration between designers and AI systems, we quickly can unlock new synergies and amplify creative outputs together. So we have different designers working at different places maybe, and they're assisted by AI in a certain way. All these ideas can be linked to another AI through a larger network, and the co-working can happen. So in this new era, co-working is a section which is largely driven by AI now. The human touch will always empower AI and designers as well, because AI will empower designers by automating mundane tasks, feeling them to focus on cultivating their unique human creativity. So we should see it AI as not a tool that is limiting the creative process for designers, but in a way which is cultivating their unique human behavior and creativity. So a human is trained to think in a certain way, and that patterns leads to design solutions for designers. So AI will actually assist in cultivating that particular behavior. Of course, using AI comes with some pros and cons. The cons are as well, because there are ethical, issues where you use AI. So addressing biases in AI algorithms is crucial to ensure fairness and inclusivity in design outcomes. Because if we don't do that, we consider the gaps that are already there and we emphasize on it. So it's better to that are existing in it. Data privacy is also an concern that people have regarding AI. Like designers, as designers, we must prioritize user data privacy and ensure ethical handling of personal information when leveraging AI technologies. And when working with users, uh, and AI is at our disposal, transparency and explainability becomes a concern for that, because AI systems should be transparent to the users. The users should be able to understand what they are putting in, what information they are putting in, and where it is leading to. So designers should keep that in mind and then work with the ethical implications. Uh, Again, we come to the intersection of human creativity and AI. So it fosters continuous learning. As AI continues to learn and adapt, designers must also embrace continuous learning to stay at the forefront of their profession. So AI is constantly evolving. So it is being trained every day, each day. Something is new has been added to it. New models are being coming. So just to keep one informed and well informed, as in to use AI to their disposal as designers, they should also be learning continuously. They should also be aware of uh, which tool or which model will lead to what results or implications. So we often talk about a concept in design where it is all about the ripples in design. So it's not about the stone you throw at the pond. It's not about the splash that comes out instantly with the stone in the pond, but it's all about the ripples that it creates, the implications it creates. So as a designer, continuous learning will help it to understand what the ripples will be at which direction they will move in. So as a designer, it is very important to keep oneself updated with the new technologies that are coming there every moment they're coming up uh, and being added and can be used for fostering uh, good good and workable feasible results. There are human AI collaboration. It is one of the aspects where uh, it becomes very interesting. Which part, which element of this collaboration takes over the other? Is it the human or is the AI? From a very personal perspective, it is both, and that's what co-working, coexisting means. At 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 parts, there is the human whose intervention becomes very crucial, because again empathy, emotions right now aren't available with AI. So that user-centric design can only come up from the human intervention. That will never become obsolete. And at times AI becomes the overpowering element in this collaboration, as because it can come up with rapid and a lot of ideations or the productions ideas at a very short time. So it kind of speeds up the process. So in that factor, AI becomes the overpowering element in this collaboration. So it's a balance that we have to figure out between how to work and where to work with AI. Some interventions would need human touch points and human perspectives and some would need the AI's intervention. So as a designer, we have to just pick the, uh, we have to just be selective around what we are picking and what we have to imply on. And as I started off this presentation with empathy and intuition, so like designers bring human empathy and intuitive problem solving abilities to create meaningful experience that AI alone cannot replicate. So again, yes, intuition is also a part of human consciousness. And at this moment, AI is unable to do that. As we move forward towards, towards future where AI will be infused in different aspects of our life, uh, we have actually, you know, we have actually noticed it now, but AI has been a part of our life since a very long time. Our phones had AIs, big companies used AIs, but it is just getting popularized, being used in different aspects of society now. And it has become more um, accessible to normal people, people at work. So when we look from a designer's perspective, what will be the future be? So it's all about the creative synergy. We have to learn how to work with AI, amplify our creativity with it, optimize the entire process of it, whichever section of the design we are working on, and unlocking new design possibilities. So there lies a road where multiple possibilities, n number of possibilities are there, where design can be assisted through AI. Let me give you some example, like user research, product design, or UI UX of such. AI has intervened and has so much to add upon these subjects, this uh, 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 entire subsets of design, uh, that we need to look up. Usage of digital technology in design as of such, not only AI but also AR or VR, or what would be the combination of all this into design. So these are the endless possibilities that we have when we are assisted with AI. It also fosters continuous adaptation. So we are put forward with various solutions that we need for a particular problem through AI. But along with it, it also provides us with some challenges with how to overcome some technological intervention that is there and somehow hinders the entire design process. So we are continuously bombarded with challenges too. So when we learn how to coexist with AI, we are also learning how to adapt very quickly to various problems. So AI also subconsciously does that. So again, as I mentioned in the middle, that our jobs, our roles, our interventions won't go obsolete, but won't be replaced, but might be replaced by people who know how to use it. And on a very personal take, it is an assistive tool to me. Being a user researcher, it has helped me a lot in knowing the perspectives of the users, to understand what they actually need. Because at times when we go for user research in design, uh, you you come to know that even the users are not well known of what they need. So AI has assisted me into actually finding a pattern in their behavior, in their perspectives. And yeah, I have designed services along beside it, over it. And then, uh, they all have been assisted in some way or other through AI. So it has been a tool for me. to conduct my research, my design, and I am happy to be on this side of the section where people know how to use AI in their design. So that is it. I would like to look at questions that they are put on. I'd love to answer them.
Sir, I have a question for you, if that's all right.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so when we speak about something like technology, especially with a field as creative as design, it's important to build an individual style and also use technology, right? So at what point in the design education should AI be introduced?
See, as I said, AI should be treated as a tool. So let me give you an example. You have been using Photoshop for the basic designers, right? You have been using
Yes.
Photoshops a lot. So do we be dependent on that software particularly? No, right? Our thinking comes from our head.
Yes.
So what I suggest is like treat AI as a tool to give you inspiration, to make you, explore more what ideas could be. Now, again, the ideas should be from one's perspective, one's mind on. But if you ask where and when should be it introduced in design education, I would say it should be introduced at a place where you already have understanding of aesthetics of your skills of your skill set, and then you can just take it as a platform for inspiration,
Okay.
which aid to your ideas and not generate your ideas from the beginning.
Yeah. I have another one, if that's
Yes,
all right.
sure.
So, a lot, we see that the use of traditional, let's say, design and architecture, the use of culture has come up a lot. So, that is a concept that already exists. So, is there a way where we can blend culture or history and things like that with AI?
Yes, of course, very interesting. Thank you for asking that question. Actually, uh, uh, i've been I have been looking at some studies that have recently been conducted about understanding culture, how some cultural patterns do exist within some communities or within a particular place, and AI has been used to study the ethnography of it. So it is very difficult when to understand the patterns of a large scale audience or a user, the cultural impact they have, because again culture fosters a kind of behavior the person has, right? So it has its implications on it. So AI, keeping it the indicators for culture, we have to identify the indicators for culture and assist AI to it so that it can find patterns again. So, of course, if you speak about heritage or culture that I just spoke about, as an architecture, so those domains are again different, where AI can be used to, sustain those areas. But if you speak about culture, culture can be studied in a very diverse way through AI, because all the indicators can be studied in a in a in a by in a very streamlined way at the same time. For a researcher or for a designer at that time, it won't be very feasible to just to look at all the patterns at the same time of a very large scale audience. So AI can be assistive in that. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that was very interesting. So I think Sanjana has another question. Just to let the audience know, we're open for questions. You can put it in the chat box in the YouTube live stream.
So I have a question. A
Yes,
lot of
please.
people believe that AI will like replace the job of designers, and even the clients might prefer to just do all their work through AI instead of, paying or like paying commission to another person. So what are your views on that, sir?
Yes. So as I mentioned twice during the entire talk, the, our jobs won't be replaced by AI, but it will be replaced by people who know how to use AI. So if you speak about companies preferring AI over designers, actual designers, that might be the scenario right now. It might be, it seems that way, but in the long run that won't be available because the human factor will be missing. The empathy itself will be missing. Design cannot happen without empathy until and unless you empathize with certain group of people or a problem itself. You cannot come up with cannot come up with solutions that will actually address it. AI can just think and come up with generalized solutions that will be added to your empathy, and then you can come up with a proper solution. So jobs
Yes,
won't be replaced so by AI itself as of now. It can't be replaced because AI at this point cannot produce empathy. That is
yes, sir.
exclusive. That is exclusive to designers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any more questions? There's still time, I guess.
I
Sarah, there aren't any questions as of now, so let's start the next segment.
so we have Sanchit sir from the UID admissions team with us. So he will be explaining to us like how exactly UID works as a school. So Sanchit sir, please begin presentation.
Uh, yeah. So good morning, everyone. So we also have Gopal Krishnan sir. So I have a problem with my laptop. So he'll be giving you the presentation regarding UID.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sanjana. Good morning.
Good morning.
And
Hello,
good
sir.
morning, all my friends. Yeah. So I just like to begin with one sentence as very rightly mentioned by Sandipan sir. So where designers edge out AI is in terms of empathy, right? As he has rightly mentioned, because there are various touch points in terms how you can reach a particular user from empathetical point of view, right? Which is missing in AI. So do not fear AI. Treat it as your friend who will aid in certain design thinking process and the final output that you will come up with, right? So that is a simple thing. There's nothing to worry about being replaced as a job on the job front and all, right? So it's absolutely safe. Only thing is that you need to master it. It shouldn't master you. That's the only thing, right? I'll start with the basic presentation. So is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
You can put it on presentation mode.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yes. Okay. So first of all, let me begin with the full form of UID. UID stands for United World Institute of Design. So at present, we have two campuses across India. One is in Ahmedabad and the second campus is in NCR, Delhi. Okay. So in both the campuses, we offer internationally benchmarked curriculum and it's internationally recognized, globally recognized degree program, right? Both the campuses. So on UG front, we offer BDES honors, so which is a 4 years degree program broken into 8 semesters, right? And wherein we have a specialization like fashion design and styling. We have visual communication, graphics. Then we have animation and digital media, game design and simulation, interior and furniture, product design, interaction design, automobile and transportation design, right? So these are the 8 electives in Ahmedabad campus. So the last 3 that you can see on the screen, product design, interaction design, automobile design, these 3 won't be available in the NCR campus, and game design, right? So the 5 specializations which are available in the NCR campus are fashion, visual, animation, game design, and interior. These 5 are available in NCR campus, whereas all the 8 electives are available with the students if they opt for Ahmedabad campus, right? So when we begin with the curriculum, so semester 1 is a basic foundation wherein we teach the basics of design. Then moving on, semester 2 will be your basics in the chosen specialization, and semester 3 onwards is your regular specialization, right? So we give equal importance to the foundation aspect in the first year, right? Since there might be many issues coming up in terms of further clarity required for students who are confused between 2 or 3 electives which they want to go out and pick out, right? So we keep a short window open till the end of first semester where they can switch the chosen specialization, right? For example, if a student happens to have chosen game design and simulation, and in the process of the first semester, the student realizes that he is more inclined towards animation, then he can do it. It's fair enough for the students to do that switch, right? Coming on
Can
to
I have,
the next.
sir, just a moment. We have
Yes,
a question from the audience.
Sorry, Sarah, you can, after Gopal's presentation, you can moderate it. Yeah.
Yes.
okay, yeah. Thank you, Sarah. So moving on, so this is a specialized course. This is known as Global Design Program, right? There are basic 2 differences from the regular B Design Honors Program that we have in this particular domain. So here the student will be traveling to 3 different universities from 3 different countries, right? In the second year, that is the third semester, they'll be traveling to Swinburne University in Australia and pursuing that particular semester abroad in that particular university. Then coming to year 3, they'll be going to Nava, Milan, Italy, which is Nava is a university in Milan. And the final semester, the final year, that is the 7th semester, they'll be traveling to Nottingham Trent University, that is in UK, United Kingdom. Okay. So the basic difference is that they'll get a global insight on design along with the domestic exposure that they are already getting in Ahmedabad campus or NCR campus, whichever they would have chosen, right? So 5 semesters in India and 3 semesters abroad. Okay. So this is the common pattern. And the second thing is that they'll get an overall exposure in design compared to what they would be getting in their regular design program, is that they'll be more focused towards a particular elective, right? So unlike that, in this particular course, they'll be, understanding the aspects of design from the entirety per se. Okay. So that's the basic difference. So yeah, moving on, M Design. So this is the master's program that we have. As of now, we have it only in Ahmedabad campus. So all the master's aspirants, by default, they'll be applying for Ahmedabad campus only. So we have 4 different domains here as an elective to for the students to choose from: fashion design, visual experiential design, interior and experience design, industrial design. So it's a 2 years degree program and broken into 4 semesters. Okay. And we cater to the industrial aspect in this particular master's program. So whatever you would have done as a specialization in your basic, let's say in your graduation, so you can continue with it from the industrial point of view, right? So that's the difference here. Yeah, so talking about the infrastructure, so these are some of the workshop labs that is there in both NCR campus and Ahmedabad campus. So we have already integrated AI in design. We have a specialized robotic arms lab which is there inside the in the Ahmedabad campus, right? So we have touched upon all the aspects of design, if you can see. So we have all the labs catering to all the design elements. Okay. So any student, irrespective of the choice of their discipline, can enroll for any of these workshop labs, right? So we have more than 20 workshop labs. So these are some of the facilities. So we have AC accommodations. It's 24/7 AC. The hostels are well lit. It's again, it's AC. We have different categories in when it comes to accommodations, starting from your basic three, that is three sharing. Then we have two sharing, and then we have a studio apartment concept also, which is fairly new. So you can explore that as an option as well. So we have the ATMs installed inside the campus. We have three different cafeteria. We have proper canteen, that is mess, college mess, and which you can avail for food. We have doctor on campus facility. Since Karnavati has a dentistry unit, so we have doctors on campus 24/7 available, and we have ambulance and call service also. So God forbid, if if something happens to the student, ambulance we can call it, and the ambulance will be right at our doorstep, right? So it's all the facilities, everything is covered inside the campus itself. So we try to create that homely environment for you, right? Home away from home, you can say. So you can interact with a few of the leaders. They are the expert. They are the experts who come and take guest lectures as well, right? So we give that exposure to student to understand what it takes to become, part of the industry. So what designers exactly do as a part of their daily role. So on those front also, you guys are covered. Right? So we have something known as UWW, which is United Worldwide. So for those students, let's you don't want to apply for maybe GDP course, Global Design Program, and have taken the regular BDS program, general program. So for them, we have an option, like right from the second semester onwards, we start the hand holding, and we start working towards the portfolio creation, right? So building on your basic portfolio. So that is done from the academic front itself. And since we have tie up with more than 30 universities abroad, so you can, we'll train you for any of these universities, and you'll be particularly eligible if you want to go abroad and pursue your masters in any of these universities. You'll be eligible for the scholarships as well, right? So that is also an option for you. So if you don't want to take up GDP, so this is another way out for you guys, right? But starting from the basic general program itself. So these are some of the universities which are listed out here, right? So you can see all the big universities on the list, and they are well renowned on the global front. Yeah, we have incubation facilities. So this is basically to build on the startup ideas or foundation ideas any particular aspirant may have, right? So we give them all kind of support, financially, then functional support. We give you the entire setup, and then we call on the funders as well, and the people who will be funding your ideas, who will be ready to take up your ideas. So those who want to venture into startup or may have an idea closely related to that, then you can opt for this incubation facility also, right? And this can be extended beyond your UG period as well. So if you want to take a break and explore more on it, so you can particularly avail this with us. So these are some of the examples of the incubated startups. Coming to career services, we have a department known as a CRC, Corporate Research Center, right? Which closely monitors your portfolio, building on your portfolio, then rolling it out with various companies across the globe, right? India and across the globe as well. Okay. And not only for final placement, but internships are also taken care. So that way also, it's very much functional. So these are some of the brands that we have placed our students. So the alumni network that we have is very broad, and that is also being explored as an source to place you guys. So we are no more dependent on the companies directly. We are working it out through our alumni network also. So that comes as an advantage for you guys. So these are some of the biggies. So it stretches across all the disciplines of design, starting with fashion, Microsoft, SAP, Capgemini, all for UI UX, right? Then you can see Arvind over there, that is for fashion. So similarly, we have so many companies here catering to all the different segments of design. So the highest package has been yeah, Sanchit, want to say something?
So yeah. So we have few questions from the audience, so we can
So we'll take it
like
up
move.
after the presentation. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, the applications are already out, right? And it's available with DQ Labs, and you can go on DQ Edge and take the application from there. And you can use the link provided by DQ Labs to fill up your application. So that ways we will be more closely connected. So that there won't be any bridge between UID and the students. So you can directly be in touch with me or Sanchit that ways. So if you're using the link for application, that will ease out the process. Okay, guys. And the exam date is, that is the first round of exam that is known as design aptitude test, is on 7th of January, right? And it is on online mode. So you don't have to go anywhere, sit back, relax, and appear for your exam, right? And it's basically a it's basically a 2-tier process, evaluation process, and it's UID's very own evaluation process. So we do not entertain any as in patterns outside UID, any marks or marking patterns outside UID. So the tier 1 process is known as design aptitude test. And once you are done with your board exams, you will have to come to the campus that you would have chosen, either NCR or Ahmedabad, for the tier 2 process. So tier 2 process is a one-day affair. So wherein the first half will be either your portfolio evaluation, sorry guys, or studio test, right? So it's basically a 2 round process, tier 2. So studio test, wherein you will be given certain materials and a brief. So you have to create a 3D model. So that is the basic expectation. And portfolio round, portfolio evaluation process, wherein you have to carry your portfolio either on a digital platform, or you can carry it like the hard copy of it as well, right? So it's totally up to you. But that particular round is totally dedicated, and the interviewing will be strictly based on the portfolio that you are carrying, right? A portfolio can be anything that you have made in which is closely related to design. It can be a basic sketching, it can be a 3D model. Let's say it can be your website that you would have created in terms of design, right? So anything that works out for you and you can portray it as a part of design, that works. That's it. Yeah. We are open for questions now.
So there are a few questions.
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjana.
Yeah. The first question comes from Sami Polu Mohanty, and I'd like to direct it towards Sandeepan sir. So they're asking, how can one show employers that they are proficient in using AI in conjunction with their own design, and anything that they can add to their portfolio?
Yes, I have gone through this question. Very interesting question, though. Uh, uh, Sami is asking actually about how they can show the employers that they are well known to AI tools, right? That's what I understand from this question, right?
Yes, sir.
So there are 2 aspects of this question. First of all, expertise with AI and expertise with own design concepts. Okay, there are two parts of it. So for that, one can go to, one can just build a strong portfolio. First of all, they need a strong portfolio. Create a portfolio showcasing, projects that you have, used AI in design. You might include details, descriptions, before and after comparisons, and the impact of AI on the design process. One can, highlight relevant skills. Clearly, they can list AI related skills on their resume and LinkedIn profile as of such as machine learning and computer vision. They can mention those. They can also showcase projects where they have, used AI, and the AI itself has aided them to, reach to viable solutions. They can show their expertise, collaboration, and cross-disciplinary work that they have done.
Yes, sir.
They can also produce certificate courses that are there for AI models or AI interventions. So they can come up with blogs. They can have articles on it. They can speak on conferences or webinars. They should be writing more. They should be exploring more. That that shows the expertise that you have some knowledge, some handling of AI. So all this thing will contribute to the portfolio or to their pitch that they are an expert with AI. So I think that answers the first question. I can see another question with by Mish Vasu is asking if it is advisable to uh, to work to put AI work in their college portfolio, right? So again, this question depends on what level you are using the AI in. First of all, if your portfolio is a skill-based portfolio, then of course you need to show your skills with the tools that are disposed at you, and not AI, because AI will just generate images for you. But if it's a concept portfolio and your concept are actually aided by the use of AI, then of course they should integrate it. The point is AI should be assisting the real output and not generating it. That way it shows your concepts as well as your expertise with AI. So that's all. This question.
Yeah.
Any more question?
Thank you for the answer,
Thank
sir.
you.
I'm sure it
Thank you.
was helpful. Next question is from Vidya, and I would like to direct this towards to Gopal sir. She asks if the seats in each specialization are limited.
No, when it comes to seats, see, in Ahmedabad, we have a total of 480 seats and we don't have demarcations, right? So it's strictly based on your portfolio. That is very much important towards the end. So it's up to your passion. That's it. We leave it to you. And the jury, of course.
Okay. Next,
Yeah.
Sangeeta says, I have done UID application. It asks to choose a discipline in the application form. At this juncture, where a student isn't exposed much to these disciplines, it gets difficult to decide. So, do you have any advice for that, sir?
Yes. So for that particular reason only, we have the entire semester first as the foundation. And that is why we have kept the window open towards the end of first semester to make a switch. So till that first semester ends, that particular aspirant will have his or her doubts cleared by the faculty, by the academics.
Great. Next, Samhita wants to know if you have an in-campus interview and how many companies came in last year for the same.
Yeah, so in campus interview, basically, so design works in a different way. So we roll out the portfolio and they have to appear for the interview wherever it is required, basically on online mode. And there are a few examples of in-house placements as well, which come in as a part of the drive. And from the whole university, this thing, KU campus. So that is also there. And there are more than, let's say, 100 companies who visited last year. Students, because design is a huge domain. So 100 is also, a fair number.
Yeah. And she also wants to know if UC marks are accepted.
No, only UID evaluation process.
Okay. And Vidya has another question. She asks which universities sorry, which university gives the degree?
Yeah, in Ahmedabad, so we are jointly giving the degree with Karnavati University, so which is our very own university. And in NCR, we are jointly giving it with GD Goenka University. Right. So
There aren't any
Ahmedabad is
more
Karnavati and
questions.
GD.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
go ahead, sir.
aren't any more questions as of now. But if you guys have any questions, you can drop it in. And also, this video can be found on the DQ Labs YouTube page in case you want to revisit it. So, yeah, I think that's all for now.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sanjana.
so
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sandipan
sir.
sir. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, Dion sir.
Thank you.
thank you very much. First of all, thank you to Sandipan sir, UID, and the admissions representative, Sanchit sir and Gopal sir.
Thank you
We
so much for
found the
having us here.
presentation. Yeah, thanks for coming. We found the presentation very informative, and the concept was very unique and quite interesting actually. Even after the talk, I'm still inclined to researching what more could be in that. So, thank you very much for coming. Thank you to the audience. Some of the questions were really good, and it was an enjoyable and informative session. So, I think we will end the live stream here.